fellow cinephisies, my name is Christina and welcome to another Let's Get Reelz movie review. Today is my segment that I like to call What's on Netflix, where I tell you what is on Netflix that may have not that great of a rating or maybe you've never heard of. Today's movie I shall be reviewing for you is called Dope. Now, Dope had been out in movie theaters, but I don't think it was out too long, and I remember seeing the trailer for it when I was at the movies one time, and I really wanted to see it. So finally, it came on Netflix not that long ago, and I watched it, and now I'm going to review that for you. Dope is about a kid named Malcolm. He lives in Inglewood, California. That is a not very good neighborhood. He is an African-American teenager, still in high school, and he's very smart. He gets straight A's. He does a lot of extracurricular activities. His goal is to get into Harvard and just be an all-around good person. Malcolm is also very, very obsessed with 90s hip-hop culture. He dresses like it. He's got that boxed haircut, and he wears like the old-style jeans, old-style shirts, like the gold chains and everything. He listens to all hip-hop, and so do his other friends Jib and Diggy. And they also have a punk band, and when we first see their punk band, their song is like just about doing well in school and being good kids. There's really nothing bad about Malcolm and Diggy and Jib. They just want to get by and do the best that they can and get out of Inglewood. One day while riding his bike home from school, Malcolm is stopped by this guy, and I forget the character's name, and he invites Malcolm to come to a party, and Malcolm doesn't want to say no because he knows that this girl that he likes is going to be there. So he goes, and the guy who invited him is a drug dealer, and the place where this party is at just completely goes crazy. There's gunfight, there's like a gang war going on, and the guy had put Malcolm's backpack behind the bar, and while the gunfighting was going on before the guy got caught, he stuck his gun and a lot of Molly, the drug Molly, into his backpack, into Malcolm's backpack. So now Malcolm walks into school one day, and the high school that he goes to has metal detectors. He walks through, the metal detectors go off, and he looks in his backpack, he sees the drugs, and he sees the gun, and him and his friends are like freaking out. They can't get rid of it, certain things happen, so Malcolm and his friends decide to just sell it. They find this kid who can sell drugs, who does it, and he's good at like breaking down all the units and selling and measuring and all that. So then they start actually making drugs in their school because nobody would suspect it, and they say it was for like some science project. And now this is like confusing to Malcolm. That's how I perceived it, you know, because he was a good kid. He wants to get into Harvard. He wants to better himself, but yet he's becoming a stereotype of the African-American kids that are in his neighborhood and that do sell drugs. And, you know, his father left him, his mother was raising him, and, you know, that's kind of conflicting with him. And he had needed to write his college essay, and he was going to write it on, I think, Ice Cube and something to do about hip-hop, and his advisor was like, "You kidding? This is like very arrogant. It's not at all what he should be writing about." And then at the end, because he finally like kind of did something that showed a struggle of him with selling the drugs, with coming from a single parent, but then also wanting to better himself, getting straight A's and all this stuff, he wrote his college essay. Dope was really good. I really liked it. I liked how it was about this kid who is from a poor neighborhood, or not a very good neighborhood, very dangerous neighborhood with all these gangs and drugs and everything like that. And he just wanted to move forward. He wanted to go forward. He wasn't a stereotype for a while. He was just, you know, this good kind of like naive kid who was into 90s hip-hop and 90s culture and all this stuff, and he was very, very smart. And then he wound up turning into a somewhat stereotype when him and his friends started selling drugs. I think that was very different, and It was very interesting to see this in a movie. It just happens. He didn't want it to happen, but it did. Dope was very, very well made all around. I liked the cinematography, I liked the costumes, I liked what Malcolm and his friends were wearing. I thought it was hysterical, and a lot of it is like back now, you know, with like the button-up shirts and, you know, chains, I guess. I think that's from what I've seen. I don't know what I've been watching lately, but like that whole kind of 90s culture is back with the clothing, and I thought that was cool. The acting was great. All the actors, the kid who played Malcolm was really, really good. Zoe Kravitz is in it as the girl that Malcolm likes, and I like her acting. I think she's great. I didn't even recognize it was her at first until I actually saw the credits. She looked familiar and I wasn't sure. And the story is just very well done. I can keep going on and on about the story. So if you're interested in an all-around well-made film, definitely watch Dope. It's on Netflix. Go watch it as soon as you can. I hope you liked my review of Dope. If you like this review in any way, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment down below so we can further discuss this. And if you have any suggestions of what I should watch on Netflix, or just any movie suggestions in general for my other movie reviews, please also leave those down in the comments and I will give you a shout out. I love any kind of movie, so please leave them there. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button for other What's on Netflix reviews and other movie reviews. And as always, keep watching movies and stay absolutely fabulous.